10 biggest heists in history. What would you do if you walked into work one morning and realized $100 million was gone? No alarms, no bodies, no forced vaults, just empty space where a fortune used to be. Throughout history, a handful of criminals didn't just rob banks, they rewrote what was possible. They tunneled beneath cities, they stole gold by the ton, they broke into vaults thought to be impenetrable. Tonight, we're counting down 10 of the biggest heists ever pulled off, including the infamous Brinks Mat robbery and the mysterious Gardner Museum theft. These weren't smash-and-grab robberies. These were operations, meticulously planned, cold, calculated, and worth millions, sometimes billions. Let's begin. Number 10. The Dunbar Armored robbery, 1997. In Los Angeles, one man didn't need weapons, he needed access. Alan Pace worked as a safety inspector for Dunbar Armored. He knew the cameras, he knew the blind spots, he knew the vault schedule. So he recruited childhood friends. On a quiet Friday night, they walked in. $18.9 million in cash disappeared, the largest cash robbery in U.S. history at the time. The mistake? Spending the money too fast. Almost all of them were eventually caught. Number 9. The Securitas Depot robbery, 2006. In the UK, criminals kidnapped the family of a bank manager. Under threat, he gave access to a cash depot in Kent. The gang walked out with £53 million. It was sophisticated, violent, and bold. But lavish spending and internal betrayals led to arrests within months. Number 8. The Lufthansa Heist, 1978. At JFK Airport, cargo handlers unloaded millions in untraceable cash. An insider tipped off a crew connected to the Lucchese crime family. The result? Nearly $6 million stolen, worth far more today. The Lufthansa heist became legendary, later inspiring scenes in the film Goodfellas. But paranoia followed the money. Several conspirators were murdered before they could talk. Number 7. The Northern Bank robbery, 2004. In Northern Ireland, criminals kidnapped 2 bank officials and their families. The next day, under orders, the officials handed over £26.5 million. It remains one of the largest bank robberies in UK history. To this day, questions remain about who was truly behind it. Number 6. The Brinks Mat robbery, 1983. Inside a warehouse near Heathrow Airport sat gold bullion worth millions. Armed men broke in, expecting cash. Instead, they found 3 tons of gold. The Brinks Mat gold robbery became one of Britain's most infamous crimes. The gold was melted down and reintroduced into the market. Much of it was never recovered, and the robbery triggered years of violence and investigations. Number 5. The Hatton Garden burglary, 2015. A group of elderly career criminals, average age over 60, armed with drills and decades of experience. Over Easter weekend, they drilled through concrete into a London safe deposit vault. Diamonds, cash, and jewels worth millions were taken. They called themselves the Diamond Weezers. Age didn't slow them down. Technology caught them later. Number 4. The Banco Central burglary, 2005. In Fortaleza, Brazil, criminals rented a property. They posed as landscapers. For months, they dug. A tunnel nearly 80 meters long, ventilated, reinforced, engineered. It led directly into a bank vault. The result? Over $70 million stolen. It remains one of the most cinematic heists ever executed. Number 3. The Antwerp Diamond Heist, 2003. The Antwerp Diamond Center was considered one of the most secure buildings in the world. Motion sensors, heat detectors, magnetic locks, armed guards. Yet somehow thieves bypassed it all. The Antwerp Diamond Heist saw over $100 million in diamonds vanish overnight. The vault wasn't blown open, it was unlocked. The mastermind was eventually caught, but most of the diamonds were never found. Number 2. The Gardner Museum theft, 1990. Two men dressed as police officers knocked on a museum door. Against policy, security let them in. By morning, 13 priceless artworks were gone, including pieces by Rembrandt. The Gardner Museum theft remains the largest art heist in history. The paintings have never been recovered. Empty frames still hang on the walls, waiting. Number 1. The biggest gold heist, Brink's-Mat's legacy. While many robberies stole cash, gold changes everything. The Brink's-Mat gold reshaped criminal networks, triggered money laundering schemes across Europe, and some believe portions of that gold still circulate today. A crime so large, its impact lasted decades. The biggest heists in history weren't just about money, they were about precision, insider information, patience, and sometimes arrogance. Because no matter how perfect the plan seems, someone always slips. Which heist shocked you the most? Let me know in the comments, and subscribe for more cinematic deep dives into real crimes, criminal masterminds, and the operations that changed history forever.